Hi you guys, welcome to More Life, Natural Health and Wellness. I'm your girl Kendra Moore, and today I am going to show you how you can make this all-natural cream deodorant. So the ingredients that you will need is you will need coconut oil. So this is fractionated coconut oil, which is coconut oil that's already liquefied. If you go to the grocery store, you'll see coconut oil in the shopping aisle. That's a solid coconut oil. And that coconut oil you can use, you will just have to melt it a little bit. And then you also have your shea butter. I am using refined organic shea butter, so you can use your own whatever shea butter you have. And speaking of essential oils, you will need your essential oils. Now, what causes odor? The cause of odor is an overgrowth of bacteria. And so that's what we really want to prevent, is this overgrowth of bacteria underneath our armpits. And so the ingredients that I'm showing you today are ones that help prevent that bacteria growth, as well as we don't want our armpits to be all dried out, right? And itchy and breaking out. So the other things such as here also acts as our shea butter also acts as our skin moisturizer as well. Our arrowroot powder. Arrowroot powder is a substitute for cornstarch. I'm substituting this for baking soda. Some recipes that you find online will have a baking soda in the recipes. If you have very sensitive skin, I would recommend using arrowroot powder instead. And optional is a vitamin E drop. So that's optional. You don't have to have that. All right, so let me show you how to make it. Very, very simple. What you're going to need is a glass container, because we're going to end up heating up all of the ingredients, well, most of the ingredients together. And so I have my glass container here, and now I am going to actually put in 2 tablespoons of my coconut oil. Now, coconut oil is awesome when you are talking about fighting germs and bacteria, because coconut oil has its own properties that helps to fight bacteria. So instead of using like an avocado oil, rose oil, something like that, I strongly recommend using coconut oil, because we're trying to get all the bacteria, bad bacteria that we can get. So I have my coconut oil in here. Next, what I'm going to do, that was 2 tablespoons. Next, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of my shea butter. Now, you want to do equal parts of your oil and your butter. So if you want to make a lot, you just double it. But it should be equal parts. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons into my container. How are you guys? I hope everyone is having a good Sunday today. It is beautiful here. Charles Brakely is in the house. Good afternoon, Charles. Thank you for tuning in. Getting this shea butter out of here. So I'm putting my shea butter in here. And then the other thing, like I always say, do not be afraid at doing your own at-home stuff, because you can always add a little bit more or a little less this. It's all about experimentation. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. So my shea butter, and I have my oil in there. Next, what I'm going to add is my arrowroot powder. So let me get that out. This you can find in the baking aisle of most of your grocery stores. So that's where I would recommend doing that. And you want equal parts of your arrowroot powder. So I'm going to sprinkle in 2 parts. Here, 2 tablespoons. So I have 1. I spilled a little bit more than I wanted to. So let me get a little bit more in here. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can. See me sprinkling in here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm putting that in here. All right. So now I am going to actually take this and put this on the stove, and this I'm going to show you how you can make a double broiler. So when you see homemade recipes and they say you want to do a double broil or put it on a double broiler, I don't have one, but I make my own. So I'm going to grab my phone and show you how. All right. So to do a double broiler, it's super simple. All you need to do is you have a pot that is wider than your glass container. And in this pot, you put your water and you heat the water up, right? So you want the water on high, and you're going to set this container in here. And the water should come up about half. I probably can add a little bit more, but about half to your container. And what you're doing is you're basically having the water warm up your container that's going to melt all of your ingredients together without you having to purchase a double broiler. So that's how I do my recipes. The responsible way with my glove, but here we go. So when you first take it out, it's going to be liquid, pretty liquidy, because you just melted everything together, right? But that's okay, because we are going to end up setting this in the refrigerator. So we have here our formula, mixing it together. And now what I'm going to do, now that things are mixed in, I'm going to add my essential oils. Again, tea tree essential oil. I'm going to put about, for this amount, you can see in the bottom, I'm going to put about 15, 20 drops in here. Again, tea tree oil, bacteria fighting. That's what's going to keep the funk away, right? So, and then our lavender is going to give us that pleasant scent. So you can use orange as well, or whatever essential oil smell that you like. If you like frankincense, frankincense would be a really good one. All right, so I'm putting about 10, 12 drops of the lavender in here. I think that's enough. I kind of eyed it. And then what I'm going to do, this is again very optional. You can take your vitamin E serum. This is actually vitamin C, but it's a blend of oils, so I'm going to use that. You don't have to use this. This is just extra oomph for your skin, that's all. And then you're going to stir this, and next you're just going to set it in the refrigerator, and about 30 minutes, it should start getting very, very creamy, and within like 45 minutes, you should have this really nice, I don't know if you guys can see it, cream consistency. So here you go. So one of these empty containers and set it in the refrigerator. And now, I don't know if you guys probably can't see that, but now I have my at-home deodorant. So the best thing is that in terms of, let's say, pound for pound, this is much cheaper than spending $12 on one stick of deodorant. It's going to last a long time, and it's safe, and you know what's in it, and you can personalize it to your specific preference. So again, if you want to use frankincense or orange or whatever scent you want to use, as long as the essential oil is not a really harsh oil, you will be good to go.